Whether you're planning a visit to Ha Long Bay, Cat Ba Island, or anywhere in Vietnam, or you're cruising in luxury and wondering what you've missed ashore, this video is your ultimate guide. We'll uncover why Viet Hai Village is a must-see destination and why it's worth braving Vietnam's tropical weather to experience this isolated heaven. Picture this, a peaceful village tucked deep in Cat Ba National Park, surrounded by lush forest and dramatic limestone peaks. Viet Hai Village is accessible only by boat or trekking, making it feel like a world away from the hustle and bustle of modern life. It's a rare gem where you can truly disconnect and immerse yourself in nature. As we explore, test your knowledge in the comments. Let's see if you can get these questions. How many islands and islets are in Ha Long Bay? Who divided the bay into 3 parts? Which part of the bay is restricted to tourists? What is the legendary English name for Ha Long Bay? Which bay is greener, Ha Long Bay or Lan Ha Bay? What does Lan Ha Bay mean in English? And finally, how many Cat Ba langurs, one of the world's rarest primates, are left in 2024? Drop your answers in the comment and keep a close eye out for Rachel because she holds all of the correct answers.
My name is Rachel and we have our captain tranquil and our sailor whom will be taking you out today to the village. It will take around 35 to 40 minutes on this speedboat. And please keep the life jacket with you the whole journey and enjoy the view, please. Thank you.
The 30-minute boat ride feels like 5 minutes. How relaxing was that boat ride, you ask? We have a couple of sleeping children and a couple of sleeping explorers by the time we reach the village.
This is the harbor and please take off the life jacket, leave it on the seat and then follow us. We have bicycle and the buggy.
A few fit thrill seekers took on a bike ride while I chilled on the family mobile with the Lux crew and a sleeping baby. Now let's enjoy the drive along to the Viet Hai Village. We stopped for a bit of butterfly bliss and a pep talk from Rachel to encourage the cyclists to make the rest of the journey.
During the war, years ago, people tried to find somewhere nice and safe for women and children to stay, to hide them, basically hide them. And we were wandering around the bay, and this is the only island have some fresh water, drinkable. We just need to filter it, then we can drink it. So they first arrived in this island. They found the water. They were very happy, and they say, "Oh, it should be a good sign to settle down somewhere here for women and children." So they just call it Happy Lake. After this, they decided to go a little bit further. Ahead of it, actually, there's 2 ways. One go up and one go down. So good news for you, later you can go down. Next to go up. If you go upstairs, there's some tiger. And yeah, just some tiger. But if you go downstairs, if you go down, that's why there will be snakes and crocodile. Oh. So that's your choice. In Vietnamese, we eat many different leaves, especially if you have tried spring roll from the north to the south. We have 20 to 30 different type of leaf and vegetable that we roll. Most of them is just from the forest, like random leaf that doesn't kill you and have some flavor. It could be bitter or sour. So we still pick that. And they found some fruit. The important thing is we saw some animal that we can eat, like snakes, rabbit, bird, and some other thing. So now please get on the bike, get on the buggy, get ready, and we just have done a third of the journey. Still some more, and we have more story to share with you in the village. other way, because in rainy season, the water will go up here, like to my tummy. And there are many snakes around, so not very safe for people to travel from the village
Here?
to out. Yes. And you see, some snake hanging around the tree and drop on our heads.
Oh, wow.
Watch out.
So they're still there now. No.
The car pick you up and drop you at the Tuần Châu port. It belongs to Hạ Long City. And we welcome you, double check your booking, and then take you on speedboat from here, 20 minutes to Gia Luật port. You remember where we stopped for like less than a minute to give local authority a piece of paperwork? It's because Tuần Châu belongs to Hạ Long City. It's Quảng Ninh province. And Gia Luật, where we were cruising, it belongs to Hải Phòng City, Hải Phòng province. So it's two different provinces. That's why we need to do paperwork for both port, local authorities, and then show them that we have bought a ticket for environment and all the other things. This is exactly where we got on the speedboat earlier to come here. And 40 minutes by speedboat all the way down. The open ocean that we met earlier. And we come back here to Viet Hai port, where we get on the buggy and our bicycle, cycle all the way to the village. So Viet is just in Vietnamese. Hai means ocean, so it's Vietnamese in the ocean. And we are now in Viet Hai, is in Cát Bà National Park. This is the biggest island in the bay. The whole bay. 1,969 islands and islets around, and this is the biggest one, and it is the only one how people live on it. Many guests wonder that where we were cruising, because many got thought that they were cruising in middle of Hạ Long Bay, but actually we were not, because you can see here Hạ Long Bay, Lan Hạ Bay, and Bai Tỳ Long Bay. But like years ago, it's supposed to be only one bay, just Hạ Long Bay for the whole area like this. But then when the UNESCO people, they came to explore the bay and they hanging around, they spend a lot of time. They decided they only want this part, the British part that they thought. And they say, oh, we want to give it like UNESCO heritage site and the thing certificate. But they say this part in North, this in North, so they only want this. So they split it in 3 bay. And so Hạ Long Bay were collected in 1994. And Lan Hạ Bay were not collected until last year, 2023. And another bay here, still not collected yet. And I'm not sure if the Vietnamese government and the local authority want it to be collected, because they are very strict here. Even for us, we live in the bay, live on the boat. Our captain lived here for like 20 years, but they still don't allow other people come to this area, just for floating villages, like for residents. So it cannot be lived here. Would you like to hear a legend? So there's a legend that we all learned at school. If you see the mark here, the port here, the bay, where the bay, this is a very important port for import and export. Many invaders try to take over Vietnam, attack Vietnam from the north by sea. So they keep coming this way. You know that Vietnamese people, we were very small and very basic and simple. We didn't have very big or good weapon on B-52 or anything. So the gods were watching, and they saw all the big invader came, and they said, oh, poor little Vietnamese. So they decided to send the mother dragon and her children down to the earth to help the Vietnamese people. the dragon were flying around and watching in the sky. They decided to spark jewel and jade down to the earth. And that's from all the island and islets that we are seeing now. And I wonder that how does it help Vietnamese people? It helped a lot because after the bay was formed, it start to be floating villages. It means we have local people who live in the bay, who are very knowledgeable about the bay. It means they know what time the tide go up, what time the tide go down. And all the island and islet we are seeing now, that's not everything. Because you have to wait until the tide to go down rightly to see many island and islet that rock under the water. That's exactly how we trick the invaders. Like we try to lure them in, and then the water go down rapidly, and they stuck, and then we boom, boom, boom. We win the battle. And after the battle, the mother dragon and her children decided to stay on the earth. That's why we call it Viet Hai Long. Viet mean bay, Hai mean descending, Long mean dragon. Descending Dragon Bay. If you have noticed, since yesterday we got on speedboat, all the island we saw here, the color slightly different with the color we saw in the bay. Most of the time, yesterday we stopped kayaking, and now we see all the islet. It's more green than all the island here because the material, the limestone, slightly different. So all the island and islets in this bay, in Lan Ha Bay, is more green because it can help the tree, flower, and fruit grow better than Ha Long Bay. And there's special type of orchid that's only found in this bay, Lan Ha Bay, with special type of limestone. So that's why they call it Lan Ha Bay, descending orchid bay. So Lan means orchid. That's about that. There's special type of monkey is called Langa, Cat Ba Langa. Cat Ba is the name of the bay, of the island, after the island. Langa is a type of monkey, but they are bigger than monkey, and their tail are much longer. They change the color from orange to black and white when they grow up. And there's only 82 individuals left in the world. I think this picture is quite old, so you can't see the color, but I think I got some photo in my phone. I'll just show you. There's only 82, and last year we were only 76. And the local authority told us that this is the first time after like almost 100 years, the community growing. Is you have any idea about the community because it's very little. So. But then when we got independence, we protect them, and we found out that in their communities, they kill each other. Only the male one. They fight each other for the female one. And after the battle, one have to get really hurt or nearly die to get the female one. So that's why the community keep going down. And just this year, it's going up because we have local authority and many volunteers living and staying around. I'm sure you have seen some little hut, small hut in island and islet all around. Sometimes it's local people, sometimes it's just volunteer come to help with the langa because every single individual have the GPS on them. So like every time we see something suspicious, like not normal, we come to find them and help them. Maybe they are fighting or like someone get injured or like get hurt badly. They can't move around. So we have to help with that. But because this village now only 285 people live here, and most of them are like old people, so they can't really be bothered to go rice. It just takes so much effort and also hard work to go rice. And it's much cheaper to buy rice from the mainland and bring it here because now they can buy a ticket for ferry for journey. It's very cheap now. And this is all the thing. Okay, thank you. Very clumsy. For the rice, so when you harvest the rice, and if you want to grow another season of rice, you have to remove all the roots of the old rice, and then you use this to dig in the soil and go zigzag up and down to make the soil more fertile. But you are the one who stay at the back and hold this, and this is for the person who at the front. So if you're wealthy enough to afford a water buffalo, that's why they have water buffalo, to do the hard work. This, can I borrow you for a second? Sit down, please. So, you're like my dad now, so
Okay.
idea. So, because my family never have a water buffalo, so my dad always have to do this job, and he didn't like it very much though. It's really hard work. You be at the buffalo, you pull, and mom and big brother will be at the back and follow you around. And if in mountain the rice field is like really big, it's huge and massive, then you have to do that. Thank you, sir. That's why if you visit countries, Vietnamese countryside, many villages, my parents still, my village, they go to bed around 7 p.m. Latest is 8 p.m., but 8 is really late already. But normally ideal time for bed is 7 to 7:30 because we have to get up around 2 or 3 a.m., bring it to the field and start working. We have to come back home latest at 6:30 because we have to go to school at 7, and our parents have to go to work at 7 as well, or 7:30. So that's why, like, if you visit countryside, it's 7 p.m. and everyone going sleeping. And even now, if I visit my town, if I'm on my phone around 6, I said, really, I still on the phone? Because like we are going to bed soon and it should not on the phone before bed. And I was like, oh yes, that's very good idea. This, have you heard of Hung King Festival in Vietnam? Yes? Have you tried the traditional dish, the sweet, the white bowl? So this meal very special for that day, because if we want to make that traditional sweet for the Hung King Festival, we have to get some flour from the rice. And this is the meal. It pours some rice here, some water, and it starts steaming like this.
You're not strong enough to do it.
I used to. So my family have 6 people, and normally it will take me 2.5 hours to 3 hours to do spinning.
Oh my.
It's very hard, and at the start it's okay, but then like after 30 or minutes or 1 hour, it get many blister here, so it make you even weaker and slower. But if you want to do that, because Hung King Festival only once a year, you don't want to miss it out. And then after 3 hours doing spinning, you need another 6 to 8 hours to drain the water, to remove the water.
Oh my God.
And then another hour for cooking. So that's why
And
special
this is still used till this day, or is there a better, like, more advanced machine to use it?
When I was a kid, but now you can pay like 20,000 dong or like $1, 25,000 dong. Should be enough for 4 or 5 people to eat. But this thing will last forever. If you visit our house, here they have so many, because like they used to have one each. Every family must have one, because you have to make that for special day. But now they just display it here. They donate here for you to see.
You put the rice in it?
Yeah, rice, some water, you pour, and you have the buckets here to collect it. And then you drain it. You hang it, drain it 8 hours, 10 hours, 6 hours, and then you get flour, and then you make the bowl and boil it and eat it.
Wow.
So inside no cement or nice floor like this, it's just mud. So that's why all the floor had to be very high, because you don't want any water to come to the house when it's rain. So that's why it's always high. This is just normal, but my uncle have ridiculous the height of floor. It's like this. I go like, oh, okay. Let's say that's the highest floor in that small town, the village, and everyone laughed at him. But I said, I want my house nice and bright. So it was like very high. And another thing is about the roof. They seem not traditional because you can see the piece of cement under the leaf, but it was not supposed to be any cement. On this piece of cement only got popular since I turned 14. So it's like 13 years ago. And I didn't like this very much. But because it's very cheap for you to buy, and it's very easy for all father and dad can work on it, then you don't have to hire someone to do that for you. That's why it's very popular and everyone have it. And yes, of course, it's better than just leaf because when it rains, the water drop everywhere inside the house. So this is better. I think this family only have 3 or 4 people, so they only need 1 bed. No privacy at all. You always have to keep the bedroom nice and neat, tidy, because everyone, you see the neighbor, this is coming anytime. You don't have any time to prepare or make up the room. So after you sleep, you have to fold it nicely and clean everything. And the table always has hot water available, always. 24 hours, 7 days a week. Always hot water here, so anytime, if you have any guest visit, you make some hot tea for them. And this is the altar. We are not Buddhist, or we are not religion, but we still have altar. Sometimes you see Ho Chi Minh picture. Sometimes you see a Vietnamese flag. Sometimes you see our great-grandparents. And in my house, there is another altar. Next to it, smaller, and we hang it lower than the main one. It's for my 2 sisters. They passed away when we were a kid. So with young people and someone passed away like that, they have to be hang the picture lower than the main one, like great-grandparents and other older people. Twice a month, according lunar calendar, the 1st and the 15th, we prepare some nice offering to lay it on the altar, do praying. For the offering, the special thing is we don't make number 2 odd or even? Even, number 2. So we make odd number. So it's offering must be 3, 5, 7 or 9. So 3 is okay, quite good. 5 is good, very good. And 7 is like marvelous. 9 is just, amazing. Maybe it's just on your years, like on Tet holiday, the biggest holiday that we have. So we make 7 or 9. But normally just for normal family, we have 3 or 5. 5 is already very good.
Now, if you are curious about how we've balanced adventure and luxury, don't miss out the next video. Click here to see how we've explored the breathtaking beauty of Lan Ha Bay and the iconic Ha Long Bay on board a luxury yacht.